Okay, today working on the 2004 Honda CR-V. Got a leak in the power steering high pressure line. We're gonna have to change this line. It goes down back here and it cuts across. That's right there is the sensor. And then we got two brackets holding it, and then it connects right there in the back there, down there. So we're going to take that loose, and we're also going to change out my belt. It's been recommended that I change it when I bought it, but I hadn't changed it yet, so we're going to change out the serpentine belt also. So first thing we're going to do is drain the power steering reservoir and take out all the fluid. Got this turkey baster here to remove the fluid. I'm going to put it in this container. As you can see, the turkey baster works pretty good. It fits right in there, sucks all the fluid up. You do this repeatedly until it's empty. Now we're going to turn the car on and turn the wheels lock to lock, and that'll force some of the fluid back into the power steering reservoir. As you can see from the yellow dye, this hose was leaking right around this coupling to the rubber hose, around this coupling to the rubber hose. You can see where it was running down the hose to there, so it's leaking on the back side of that coupling also. So pretty bad leak, so this hose definitely needs to be changed. Change this hose, we're going to have to get these two bolts right here. This is just a bracket that holds it in place. Right back there in the center of the screen is a sensor that we have to disconnect. Just take that little bracket off. There's a little bracket right there in the center that holds it to the frame, and the other bracket that holds it to the frame is right there in the center. And then also in the center, that bottom fitting going into the steering coupling there. All of those places is where we need to disconnect this hose. The bolts right here and on the brackets in the back there, those are 10mm bolts. So I'm gonna need just a simple socket for that. That right there, if I'm not mistaken, that is a 13 or 14mm fitting there. And what I'm going to use, I think, is a crow's foot, because I can't get a wrench in there and get it off pretty easily. But we shall see what works the best. I'll let you know when I get it off. As you see with the bolts, they're different sizes, so you want to make sure not to get them mixed up. The ones on the left are for the hose connection to the power steering pump, and the ones on the right, those are the brackets that hold the frame, hold the hose to the frame. Okay, the crow's foot that fits is like a 14mm with a 3/8 socket, so we're going to get this down in there and try to disconnect that line from the steering column. Okay, we got everything back together. Here's the new pressure hose for the power steering. As you see, we've got around the couplings was where we were having the issues with leakage. No leakage on that coupling. Everything looks good in here. There. Down in there we have the sensor back in place. It just screws in and tightens down, and then it just has a little bracket, that connector that clips together. And then down here, let me get focused in on it, but we have the new connector right there. No leaks showing anywhere, so we're all good. Okay, doing a leak video. We've changed everything. You can see the yellow there when the ultraviolet light shines on it. That's where the old leakage was on the power steering pump, and the leaks were in here. Doesn't look like any new leakage there. With some back here. Doesn't look like any new leakage there. And then we go all the way back to the connector back there. There was a little leakage when we first took it off from there, but that doesn't look like anything new down there on the connector down there. You can see a little bit of yellow, but everything else looks good. It doesn't look like it's anything from today. So hose changed, everything looks great, and next thing we got to do on this one is the serpentine belt.